Are you looking for a more interesting way to display your daffodils rather than just pulling off the elastic band and dumping them into a vase? My name's Julie from Julie Davis Flower Workshops and Florist, the online flower arranging classes. Come and join me as I show you how to arrange your flowers in a much more designer way. For this project I've got my bunch of daffodils, a vintage pot, and it's on a little plinth here, sort of urn shape, and some fresh moss, which is actually left over from some Christmas door wreath making, and some pretty ribbon. And what I'm going to do is to put the moss down inside the container, so the moss retains water, and that's the way I'm going to keep my flowers fresh, with the damp moss, and I will pour some water in later on. And then with the daffodils, I'm actually going to take 2 bunches and fasten them together. So I'll take the elastic band off the top of that and there, and then without dropping them all, hold them together at the bottom and slide the elastic band right up. And what I want to do is create a sort of wigwam effect at the top here, which I'll then put into my pot. It'll look really fantastic once the daffodils are open, but obviously at the moment they're really fresh, so they're tight closed. And I'll reel off some ribbon. So I've chosen a bright green ribbon looking very spring-like, and probably cut off I don't know, it's probably about 60 centimetres of ribbon there. I'm going to lie the flowers down and just tie a conventional bow. So the ribbon's halfway round, tie a bow. I'm pulling it so it's tight enough to hold the flowers, but not so tight that I squash the flower stems. The flower stems are hollow, and if you just manhandle them too much, they will fall apart. So that's fastened with the bow, and I'm going to leave the tails long, but I will just cut them at an angle, stop them fraying, and just sort of neatens off the whole look. If you didn't like your ribbons so long, you could shorten them. And then these flowers have been out of water since I've bought them, so what I will need to do is recut the stems because they're all dry, and the way we normally do that is to cut in at an angle so they can take up water through a greater surface area. So with my stems recut, I can take away the elastic band because the ribbon is now holding that little posy together. And I'm going to put them into, it's almost like planting them, burying them in to my container here, and just pushing the stems individually down into the moss so that they start to stay upright. I'm going to pull that bow slightly shorter, and actually I think those tails are a bit too long, they're getting in the way of the moss. So that feels quite secure. I might just put a little bit more moss around the bottom, just so it brings it level with the edge of the container, and that'll help anchor it into the pot as well. And then if needs be, I can add fresh water over the next few days. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you another time.